Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful, amazing, sexy friends out there, watchers, friends or otherwise. I don't care if you're a friend or not. Heck, I'll take you. I'm not picky. Everybody's welcome in this dojo. Good morning, good morning, morning. Happy October 2nd. Is that right? Wednesday, October 2nd, 9:04 a.m. to the Stop Doing Nothing show. I am your host, your 3-week host. You're stuck with me for the next half hour to 1 hour, where we're going to talk about marketing and geek out on marketing stuff. And if you've never watched before, welcome. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Make sure you leave me a comment so I know that you're watching. My name is Patrick Allman. And for the past, I don't know, several decades, I have run a a lead generation agency here in Oklahoma City called Stop Doing Nothing Media. It's changed names a couple of times, as all businesses do, but now that's what we're called. We're going all in on the Stop Doing Nothing phrase, buying all the Stop Doing Nothing domains, getting all the Stop Doing Nothing swag. You can't even really see it, but the shirt. There you go. The shirt right there says Stop Doing Nothing on it. Got the Stop Doing Nothing bracelets, my little Wonder Woman bracelet there. So yeah, that's what we are. And our focus really is on getting leads into service-based businesses. So if you are someone, a coach, a consultant, anybody who makes money from sharing your knowledge with other people, with courses, with consulting, any of that kind of stuff, you need to give us a call. We are just lead fanatics. I just really dig the tech tools that are out there today when it comes to helping people generate leads. And we have a structure for it. It's really cool. We have a cool CRM that we resell, but the CRM is just the beginning of it. The real power is coming into using AI to get people to book appointments, and to using like the large business databases they have out there, where we can basically go help you search for businesses and put them in your CRM and kind of automate the cold outreach, because that's where a lot of the challenge comes in for new businesses and mid-sized businesses, just the cold outreach. I mean, having sales teams, having marketing teams to go out there and find leads is a challenge, and we have ways to do that with AI. We have ways for people to to for the reach out, for the marketing, for the initial marketing part, to be automated, so you can, so all the, because the pain is the cold reach out. Okay, in business, the pain is the cold reach out, whether it's B2B or B2C out there. It's just the number of people you have to contact, and the filtering, and making sure you have the ideal client avatar, and all that stuff you learned in business school training, which I never took. To find the right people in your business is such a pain, and we just make that as smooth as a fresh jar of Skippy, as Bruno Mars would say. And so, if you ever need any help with that, or you know anyone that needs help with that, send them our way. We'd love to talk to them about more leads today. Hopefully, the weather is good in your part of the city. Here in Oklahoma City, what are we looking at? 60. That feels good. That feels good. I was already at the gym this morning. And 60 feels amazing when you're sweating, let me tell you. 80 feels great normally, but when you're sweating, 60 feels awesome. Okay, what do we got here today? We're going to be talking about YouTube. So if you are, excuse me, gracious, if you are somebody who wants to grow your YouTube channel, or you know someone who wants to grow your YouTube channel, please share this show with them. Okay, I am going really in on a couple of marketing tactics, and one of them is going to be YouTube. Okay, and over the years I've dabbled in it. I'm not going to, I don't have 1 million followers yet. I don't have 2,000 followers yet. Heck, I'm on my way to 1,500, but I'm going to show you what's working, because one of the things I think we are halfway decent at is experimenting with different marketing tactics. And these days, we do a lot on ads and we do a lot on video. Those are two really powerful marketing tactics. And when you combine them together, man, it is like pouring gasoline on the fire. It's lighting it up. And I'll show you a very micro example of that, okay? Obviously, I'm not going to show you any client accounts, but I'm going to show you a YouTube experiment I've been doing recently, which has been helping me get more subscribers. And in my opinion, there are, in the world of marketing in your business, there are several assets you can have for reach out. You can have an email list, you can have an SMS list, you can have Facebook followers, you can have YouTube subscribers. In my opinion, the top three you need to be growing all the time are your email list, because everybody has email, your SMS list, and your YouTube subscribers, okay? If you happen to do WhatsApp also, okay, yeah, maybe your WhatsApp connections also, but Your email list, your SMS list, and your YouTube subscribers, in my opinion, are the three things you need to be growing all of the time. And so that's what we're going all in on. I'm going in on that personally and professionally. And I'm going to show you an example of how that is working out for me. Okay. Um, Real quick though, before we get into that, I just want to remind you, I always like to make sure that we incorporate something to fill your cup today. And the thing I want to talk to you really briefly about today, or just remind you of more than anything else, is that self-talk, how you talk to yourself every single morning, and the thoughts you have, which can often be a result of the things you read and the people you're around, are really, really important. So don't kind of discount your self-talk or your inner dialogue or inner monologue when it comes to how you approach things. Okay, make sure you're purposeful with the thoughts you have, with the things you remember and the words you put in front of you. Okay. And a good example of this is for those of you who work at a computer oftentimes all day. I think it's really important, like the background you put on your computer screen or the signs you have around you. And I've told people before, I've got signage here on the wall behind this particular workspace. I've got signage here that reminds me of the things I want to work on and positive, uplifting thoughts. I was a big fan of accessories when they were around back in the day. And so I've got those little accessory signs. I've got one over there. I've got a couple on the bathroom counter. But those are the kind of things that remind me to kind of reground and recenter my self-talk, okay? Because if I don't, I will just let random thoughts enter my mind. So self-talk, please make sure you focus on your self-talk today, okay? It is very, very important because it just governs everything. It's going to govern how you drive and whether you're honking and flipping people off when you drive. It's going to govern how you what was I going to say? How you talk to people at Starbucks when you order your coffee. It's going to speak as to how speak to your significant other or your children or your children's teachers. I volunteered at an elementary school, excuse me, and there are some really evil parents out there who really talk like crap to teachers. You just be surprised, what kind of asshole people can be when it comes to dealing with teachers and things like that. It's pretty sad, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, let's talk about video. Well, first of all, for those of my fans, for those of my friends, excuse me, my connections that are involved in the same HighLevel CRM world, I'd like to remind you that that conference is coming up in Dallas, the 21st through the 23rd, and I have my ticket. So if you are going, please let me know. I'd like to meet you in person. You will not be able to miss me. I guarantee you. I will stand out. I'm very much always in a branding mode these days, and also a couple other things I'm trying to do to build a little bit more of a community when we're in Dallas is number one, I'm trying to find some space for a mastermind during the day, Monday, that first day of that conference. Things kind of start Monday night, Tuesday morning, but I was thinking about getting together people for a few hours on Monday morning for a mastermind event. We all get our laptops and we work on some marketing and lead generation together. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me or text the number that you see floating across the screen, 405 217 4752. Make sure you text that number if you want to be part of that. Okay. The second thing is for the event, I have a private DM group going. Okay. A Facebook DM group, which means as I find out people are going, I'm adding them to this chat so we can kind of share local resources and give feedback on the conference and things like that. I've got some vendors in there. There's no pitching going on. There's no marketing on. It's just a group of people that I know are going to be in Dallas. So if you're watching this and you want to be part of that, please, please, please make sure you let me know and I will get you in part of that. Okay. Marketing tactics and lead generation. Like I said earlier, I run Stop Doing Nothing Media, and we are a lead generation agency. We have a lot of ways, including AI, to get leads into your system. But one of the other ways that you can get leads into your system, and also something that actually makes lead generation a little bit easier, is when companies that are considering working with you can find you online and see your content and put a face, like you're seeing me on camera, can put a face on your business. That means the early parts of the business transaction, which are the know, like, and trust, you can blaze through those a lot faster if people can see your content online and they know what you stand for, and they like you. Okay. Behind me, someplace, there's an orange book called The Referral Engine, and I can't see it due to the reflection. I believe it's The Referral Engine by John Jantz. And the Referral Engine has a funnel in there. John has a funnel in there called I think it's Know, Like, Trust, Try, Buy, Repeat, Refer. And a lot of times, people I know have problems with that first three. Okay, they may be able to reach out and find potential people, but they have to warm them up. Okay, they have to warm them up and convince them that they're worth working with. Because if a business like me or somebody else reaches out to you and they've never heard of and the prospect has never heard of them before, they're going to take a little bit more warming up, right? They're going to take some convincing that, oh, this person should be trusted. However, what I have learned in business, decades and decades of business, not decades and decades, that makes it sound like there's been multiple decades. There have been multiple decades, but not decades and decades, just maybe a couple of decades, okay? What I have learned is that all this stuff that we do online is a way to build trust faster, okay? Oftentimes you see people, and these may or may not be business people, but they talk about how social media is a waste of time. Okay, why would you spend time putting up cat videos and watching some of that crap on social media? It's nothing but brain mush. It does you no good whatsoever. Okay, that is a mindset you can adopt, or you can also adopt the mindset that, hey, as a business, okay, approaching it from the business side, as a business, this is a good medium for me to get attention for my business, to show my wares, to demonstrate what I know. It's interesting when I talk about stuff like this. Um, when I talk about stuff like this, you have to realize there is a reason I do these lives 3 days a week. Okay, I'm not blowing smoke. There is a reason I do lives 3 days a week. Okay, it's to build trust with my clientele, and it's to educate. And if I can educate my prospects, and um, if I can build trust, everything else becomes easier. And Vinny always chimes in with really wise stuff here. And building trust is so important. My agency name has trust in the name for that reason. Vinny, I don't even not sure I know what your agency name is, dude. So drop that and feel free to drop your website in the comments, dude. I did not know that trust was in your agency name, so I really apologize, dude. But yeah, Vinny brings up a very great point here. In my I've gone through a couple of business names. One of my first ones, let's see, I've gone through three business names, I think, over the years. ATBS Consulting, which stood for All Things Big and Small. That was my first attempt. And then one day I had an epiphany, and I really liked the idea of helping business owners focus. So I went to Focus Consulting Incorporated. And then, and then, um, and then recently, I've kind of gone in on the stop doing nothing phrase. But if you notice that each of those things is like a sentence or a word that kind of emphasize what I want to communicate to businesses. Okay, it's stop doing nothing. It's focused. Vinny's business has trust in the name. He's going to put his URL here in the comments pretty soon, right? But building trust is, to me, is highly important, and I know this. I know this firsthand. This is something I'm not kind of whistling Dixie on, like I was saying earlier. I know this because I've had examples of business. I feel a sneeze coming on, so apologize if I mute myself. But I've had instances when I've gone for um, initial business meetings with clients. Okay, I call them first meetings. I've gone with them either in person here in Oklahoma City, or had like an initial Zoom call if they're international or national or not right here. Okay. Or, obviously I can travel and meet people also. But I guess what I'm saying is I've had different cases over the years where I have had to talk to a business, or businesses reached out to us and say, hey, we want to work with you. And I'm like, cool, let's get some time on the calendar or some time on Zoom. And we go through that whole process, getting time on the calendar. And then we get face to face with them, or we get on Zoom, and they're like, hey, we've been watching your stuff online. Named after my company, after my favorite books, Trust Agents by Chris Brogan. Chris Brogan, man, you know what? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Chris and I used to be really tight back in the early Twitter days. We don't talk that much these days, but I've actually met Chris Brogan, hung out with him at a Fusionsoft conference back in the day. Vinny, I don't know if you knew that or not, but I was attending an Infusionsoft conference in Phoenix, Arizona, and Chris was one of the speakers there, and we we were online friends, and then we ran into each other at the conference and hugged and chatted for a little bit. And he's a very cool guy, and he's kind of changed his business model over the years. But yeah, Chris Brogan, that is a name I have not heard in a while. Trustmark. I named the company after my two favorite books, Trust Agents by Chris Brogan and Waiting for Your Cat to Bark by Brian Eisenberg. Those are two very powerful names in the marketing field, Vinny. Um, I did not realize that your company name was based on that. But yeah, Trust Agents, that one I've read. It's been a little while, but I have not read the Brian one. So there's a book recommendation right down there for those of you watching. Trust Agents by Chris Brogan and Waiting for Your Cat to Bark by Brian Eisenberg right there. Thanks, Vinny. I appreciate you. Okay, my whole point, because I'm kind of rambling now, my whole point of the social media thing is you can use social media to build trust and to educate. And there are different ways in social media. And depending on who you talk to, everybody will have their way that they like, okay? There'll be some people that'll be fanatical about blogging. There's some people that say that podcasting is the way to go, absolute way to go. There'll be some people that say, live voice streaming is the way to go. What was that website that was popular for a while, that everybody was getting on their phones, and everyone can like join in as a group, and you could hear somebody else talking live. It was like this, except for it was like live streaming audio only. I mean, that got insanely popular for a while. And if you've been around any computer nerds, you know that we jump on these trends really, really fast, and some of them last and some of them die out. One of the ones that I think has long-term benefits is video. So video is the primary way that I build trust online. Live video, you're watching me. Okay, excuse me for a second. Okay. Oh, I want to make sure I don't sneeze and blow out your earlobes or your eardrums right there. But to me, video is just my primary way. And then I have people who will convert this into short form video or tools, which I'll show you, or people who will convert this into blog posts. Okay, so video is my starting point. It's just the tactic and the medium that I feel very comfortable with. Okay, I can speak on stage in front of 10,000 people, then I can speak on video in front of one people. Either way, I'm completely comfortable with this particular medium. Okay, and so recently I've been doing a lot more video, and that's where we're kind of getting to today, is that I have been doing more video, short form video, and that short form video I've been able to repurpose into other things. And it's just the game we have to play online. Okay, social media, as a business, social media is just one of the games you have to play online if you want to get attention and build trust for your business. Okay. Now, the thing that I've learned recently, which has helped me a lot, is I learned I need to mix short form video with my long form content. Okay, I've had a YouTube channel for a while. It's had over 1,000 followers, for a while, which is a pretty significant, thing. Most, I know I'm in the top 20%, if not the top 10 or 5%, because most YouTube channels really don't have any kind of following out there. And so if you get like 1,000 followers if you get like 1,000 followers on YouTube, then I mean that's a big deal. And I'm up to 16 or 1,700 right now. I'm not quite sure which. But yeah, so that's what I'm going all in on. And what's really accelerated this for me is the short form content. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my production cycle, and it's as lazy as possible. Okay, so right about the time that I discovered, not that I discovered, that I wanted to go all in on short form video, I was also out doing a lot of morning exercise work. And for me, it's hard to remember sometimes, or hard because I have a fairly busy day. I just didn't have time set aside in my schedule yet to do, here's a block or two of time for short form video. So what I started doing is, as a result of my walks, is I would start recording the short form video on my phone. Okay, so I would go out and walk 3 miles in the morning. And then as I'm kind of coming back to the house, I would remember, oh, okay, there's a topic I wanted to talk about, and I would record it on my phone in vertical mode. Okay, again, I was a kind of an oldie fogey who I've been very stuck on the horizontal mode. Um, very stuck on the horizontal mode of recording video because you get the higher quality and you get more, you get more whatchamacallit of the video in there. Okay, so I kind of had to again kind of adjust my thinking on this. So vertical video in less than 60 seconds. So I started doing these, and it's really just Patrick with his ginormous long arms walking the last half mile back to the house, cranking out something that I knew had to be less than 60 seconds. Okay, so that's the first part of my production process with all these days. The second part is I use the Captions app. Let me grab the phone here. I use the Captions app to do all that cool, zoom in, zoom out kind of stuff, and to add literally the captions at the bottom. Come on, don't make a fool of me, Vode. The captions, where's the Captions app on my phone? Really, there it is. So there's the Captions app on my phone right there, okay? And so what I'll do is I'll record a video of I try to make it less than 55 seconds just to be 100% sure. But what you can see right there is a series of videos. And these are ones I either recorded in my car, or I recorded at this desk, or I recorded when I'm walking, or I can record them in the airport. It doesn't really matter. And then I run them through this app, okay? I run them through the app. There's a trim option I use, which cuts out the blank spaces. And there is a zoom option I use, which kind of does some of you may find that annoying, but it's the zoom in, zoom out kind of thing based on the phrasing in the video. So I do that right there. And then either from my phone or if I'm back home on the Wi-Fi, I will then initiate a new reel on Instagram. I will post it, and I will make sure the share to Facebook option is on there. So what does that do? That takes care of my reels and my Facebook shorts also. Okay, it takes care of both of those. Okay, it takes care of both of those. So then, by the time I get back to the house, and then what I will do is I will sit down at this very desk, and I will push that via AirDrop because now it's been produced, right? It's been sliced up. It has captions on it. It's less than 60 seconds. I will then transfer it via AirDrop to the computer, and then I will put that up on YouTube for a YouTube short. Okay, so think about that. I was walking down my street. I've come back now. I've recorded and edited a video before I ever got back to my house, and I've put it on 3 platforms. Okay. And that for a while was my daily production schedule. I was doing that every single day. And what I noticed is making sure I was obviously covering a very important life or business topic. My views were going up and up and up. And but it wasn't what it wasn't doing, which I was very disappointed in, is it wasn't really helping my YouTube subscribers. I mean, every now and then a video would get 200, 300, 500 views, but it wasn't really helping my YouTube subscribers. And you know why that is? Took too long. Why that is because these days, even 500 views is not a lot of views, okay? We have a challenge with reach. And for those of you who have been on social media for a while know this. You know that that it's just really hard to get attention on these. So then the missing element, what I did is I started, and this is the part we're going to talk about here. I'll show this to you here in a second. What I started doing is I started recently in the past couple of weeks throwing some money behind these. So getting into the whole world, getting into the whole world, getting into the whole world of the paid advertising, which I've done before. Hold on for just a second. Getting in the whole world of paid advertising, throwing some money behind these efforts I'm doing, in addition to also getting in and doing some more long form content. Okay, so the short form content, halfway decently produced short form content with the Captions app. I think that Captions app is like $3 a month for me, or $2.99 a month. But that plus the money, which I'm about to show you, has really helped up my YouTube game. So I'm going to do my screen share here. When you see my screen, please let me know. But So let's go over first of all. Oh, and then so here is my, let's make sure we get this right here. So here you should be able to see the back end of my YouTube channel here, okay? And then what this is for those of you that are going to start or ever have a YouTube channel, is you're going to have a YouTube dashboard, okay? And this is the behind the scenes of the YouTube dashboard, and I have no problem, being very transparent here. But this is a site I'm at every single day, or probably a couple times a day, just to check on my YouTube world, just like I check on my SMS world, just like I check on my email list world, okay? So, because I told you before, my YouTube subscribers are important. Right now, I'm at 1407. Again, this puts me in a very high percentage, top high percentile of people who have YouTube subscribers, because most people, I believe, have less than 100 YouTube subscribers. As you can see here, I'm not doing too bad. I'm almost up to plus 200 in the past. Excuse me. In the past. In the past. Whatchamacallit. Um, up to 200 in the past month here. Um, and again, you know what? I would like it someday if I could get it so I could do 200 a day. But right now, 200 in the past month is halfway decent, if you will. Okay. So this to me is the largest growth I've ever seen speed wise. I've got momentum. I've got the old mojo right now. Okay. And if you want to know when that started, we can hop over here to analytics and you can see my views. Okay. My views are not too terribly high. These spikes here, these spikes are the YouTube shorts I've uploaded. I guarantee it, because those always seem to get me, new views. Because while a long form video kind of gets you gradually gets you new views, the short form video gets you these spikes. But if you notice here at the end, it's kind of really cool. Kind of my daily views are going up a lot more than they were before. Okay, so not only am I getting the spikes I was before, but I'm also kind of getting the gradual growth right here. And then over here on the right hand side, you can see that on a regular basis, every hour, I'm getting anywhere between obviously 2 or 3 views to 24 views. Okay. That number 24 is coincidental with the title of this show. That was not planned on that. But here's the number I really like, okay? So, ever since I started this particular experiment, which looks like I did it right around September, probably September 19th, you can see I'm getting anywhere between 8 and 24 was the number I said. 8 and 24 new YouTube subscribers a day, never less than 8, okay? And again, this is 200% more than the previous 28 days. So this to me is one of the metrics where I know my reach is growing. Okay, and of course you have watch time right here, and all this stuff. But psychologically, I want you to stop and think about this for a second. Okay, this number right up here, let's call that 4,000. This means that over the past month, 4,000 people, not sure if they're unique or not. Okay, let's not get in the semantics of it, okay? 4,000 people have heard me speak and seen my face, okay? That is branding right there, okay? That is people that would normally have no idea that Patrick exists, okay? And in the past 48 hours, it's been 400 people, okay? That is a big part of your challenge as a business owner, is getting people to even know you exist. That's all this is right here, is just getting people to know you exist. If all business marketing is a funnel, and so you have top of funnel, middle of funnel, BOF. We call it TOF, MOF, BOF. This is this is even above TOF, okay? Awareness is a huge part of business. And I'm sorry if I'm beating on this so much, but I just want you to know that this is a huge part of the business challenge, which I, like everybody else, am trying to overcome, okay? So again, this is this incline, this recent incline right here on the number of baseline views I'm getting every single day. Got good, 200 yesterday alone. That is on the incline right there, which is pretty cool. And by the way, if you're watching and you're kind of taking notes on this, let me know what you think about this. I'd love your feedback. If you've tried this, or if you just want or if you're just kind of interested in what I'm doing here on this. But the subscribers, this is a number I look at every single day. And I have to admit, I'm a little bit obsessed over that. And then, of course, you can drill down into your content here, and I can see my long form content here and how many likes and stuff I get on that. And then my shorts. All this stuff is separated back here in YouTube, so I can come back here and I can see that, hey, this Mr. Beast one is doing really well with its almost 1,000 views and its 26 likes here. And this one was really cool also. The Stop and Enjoy, this one has 60 likes on that one right there. Okay, so these shorts were generally doing pretty good on their own. Okay, I do one of the shorts. I do a little bit of production work on it, and every short I was doing was probably getting between 200 and 500 views. Okay, that was not too hard to do. I put out content that most people like, whether it's philosophical, whether it's business, whether it's personal. That stuff isn't a problem. Okay, but I needed fire on this. Excuse me, I needed gasoline on this. So the shorts. It's always funny saying, "Hey, everyone, look at my shorts." So the shorts were the beginning of the bonfire that I've been working on, and then what I did is I decided to throw some ad money behind it. Okay, because again, shorts are really good for a short period of time. Okay, they YouTube. There's so many people out there doing content that Facebook will after you upload your short, Facebook will put it out there, but maybe give it, an hour or two or three at most of virality, if you will, or traction across, okay? Because everybody else is uploading shorts, okay? And we can't all have center attention. So I wanted mine to have some long-term impact. So then what I did is I hopped over to my Google Ads account and I created a new account and a new campaign. And then what I started doing is I started promoting each of these videos right here, okay? So what you're seeing here is we're at the ad group level, but what you are seeing here is how these are performing with money put behind them, okay? So let's look at just the eligible ones, okay? Only focus on the eligible ones, not the paused ones. And so what you're seeing here is, and these are really technically, detailed numbers, so just bear with me for a second. What you're seeing here is conversions here is the number of YouTube subscribers I've gotten as a result of this, okay? And let's make sure my date range is good. So let's go September 18th to the 2nd to make sure that we have up-to-date data, okay? And so conversions you're seeing here is the number of subscribers I've gotten as a result. So the way I set this up is the metric that I'm going by is the YouTube subscribers. So conversions in this case is subscribers. But look at some of these other ones. Okay, impressions is basically views. Okay, or how many times my face or my video has basically been shown to someone to say, hey, do you want to watch this? So this is people scrolling on YouTube, looking at reels. Looking at shorts. Or just my face has appeared on their screen in one way or another, okay? No, remember, this has nothing to do with Facebook or Instagram. We are just talking YouTube here, okay? And then views is the number of people who have watched the video in any shape, form, or fashion, okay? So I've got 900 views on just this particular part of my marketing over the past, since September 18th, October 22nd. So that's, 12 plus 4, that's 14 days right there. Views, the cost of the views, and the conversion rate. The conversion rate is the one I really like to pay attention to also, because this is basically saying, of these views right here, how many people, I believe that means of the views right here, of the views, how many people converted right here, okay? So, or maybe of the impressions right here, I'm not quite sure which. But basically, this is the percentage. This percentage basically tells me and my ego how many people that were shown the video actually wanted more content from me, okay? So that's the conversion rate over here. So I can see that the Stop and Enjoy one is probably my top one right here. Plenty of Regrets is not too far behind that. And then, you've got some Hated This Guy. This one had several videos in it. So what I originally did is I had a couple of groups with several videos in it, and I wanted more, more detailed data. So I'm slowly breaking these out into their own ad groups here. But yeah, so this tells me, so what this does is a couple things. Number one, it tells you how things are performing. Okay. By the way, right now with this particular experiment, this is only $5 a day. So really quickly in your head, you know, back this out. What are we at? $5 a day at $66, $66.10 for 72,000 impressions on someone's eyeballs and 117 YouTube subscribers. Okay. $66. So let's go a little bit even more detailed. $66 for 117 YouTube subscribers. Okay. A YouTube subscriber is a prospect or a potential client or someone who you can put marketing material in front of. Okay. So stop and think about that for a second. When you do the math, basically what we're saying is 56 cents per YouTube subscriber. Okay. A YouTube subscriber is somebody who has voluntarily said, "I want to see your content." Okay? That's what they've said. Would you pay 56 cents for someone that says, "Hey, show me your stuff, educate me. I want to see more of your stuff"? That's a no-brainer decision, okay? I'm not even going to give you time to think about that one, okay? That is a no-brainer decision right there. So, what does this tell me is this tells me if I look at things like views here, getting into a little bit more detail here, if I look at things like views, like 51 or 225, it's interesting. It's interesting because all these numbers mean something different. Okay, 51, 225. Those are the ones I'm really paying close attention to here. This number here, conversion rate, tells me of the people that watch this video, that's the percentage of people that said basically, "I want more." Okay. However, it's interesting because those numbers don't really match up with this views column here, which basically the views column basically says if people that were shown my face or saw my subject line, how many of them actually wanted to watch the video. So it's interesting. You have to kind of microanalyze this. So and by the way, this Mr. Beast video is going to be interesting when I need to tell you more about that. So what this tells me is that with Mr. Beast and the subject line, which is this video, how Mr. Beast transformed attention into that one. So I got 26 likes right there. So of this one right here, more people wanted to see that particular video, but it does not convert as well percentage-wise, okay? I know, yes, it has more conversions, but I really focus on the percentage, okay? So more people wanted to see that video. However, as a result, though, more people wanted more of Patrick after they saw the Stop and Enjoy video. And I can come over here and where's the Stop and Enjoy? Stop and Enjoy video. Maybe too far back. We'll see. There is Stop and Enjoy right there. So that one has 60 likes on it. And then where's Mr. Beast video? 26 likes. So you get the thing. One of the things I really do like about marketing like this is you get a lot of data that helps you make different decisions. So in some cases, yeah, if I want more subscribers, if I want a bigger ratio of what was I going to say? Oh, if I want more conversions in this case, by the way, this one may have been running longer also. So I'm still waiting for more data. And that's something else, by the way, is you have to be careful of in paid advertising is making sure that you're not running with too small a data, okay? Right now, in the world of paid advertising, these numbers are tiny. They're minuscule, okay? So I'm not stopping this anytime soon. I'm probably going to throw some more gasoline on this fire in terms of money. But that's where we're at right now. So what this tells me at a quick glance is I need to make more videos like this Stop and Enjoy video here also, okay? But I also may need to hyperanalyze a little bit. Plenty of regrets, because this one actually, I've done a couple of videos with the word regret in them, and they've performed very well. But at the same time, I need to dovetail off of popular people and topics. This Mr. Beast one right here. So those are my top 3 videos as of right now. In my opinion, I would let this run for a while, and I would wait till I had a lot more data before I made any final decisions on this. But at a quick early level, this is what we're seeing right here. Incidentally, a quick note about this Mr. Beast video. This actually wasn't a short I made. This is a short I'm promoting, but it wasn't a short I made. For those of you that follow me on Facebook, you've probably heard me talk about a tool called Opus Clips. That is over here in this tab. And this does, this takes your long form video and chops it up into short form video. So I had a long form video where someplace in there I talked about Mr. Beast for 30 or 45 seconds, completely spontaneously, because a lot of what I do is spontaneous. Just completely rolled off my tongue. Something, Mr. Beast has done this really well, yada, 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 yada. I fed it into Opus Clips. Opus Clips decided that that particular chunk of the video was notable, and Opus Clips sliced that out and several other pieces out. So when I fed my so what I'm basically saying is that Mr. Beast video was just 30 to 45 seconds of a much longer video. I took a long video, dropped it into Opus Clips sliced it and diced it, and then I took that Mr. Beast one, I downloaded it, put it over here in my regular YouTube channel, and then I threw some money against it over here. So this is my very exclusive, very lazy Patrick production schedule, okay? Walking around your neighborhood, recording Instagram and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, reels and shorts and clips, and then putting them up on YouTube for a quick short-term kind of blast, and then throwing some gasoline on the fire right here for a long-term blast. Now, something interesting, I think I signed in yesterday or today, and I had this little red message at the top, limited by budget, okay? That tells me that they want to show my ad more, but they can't because I have a budget restriction on here. So I need to analyze my budget and then look at this cool chart right here, by the way. I love this because you can basically, well, you can see the numbers down here, which are a snapshot. The lines up here show you trends. So I can come over here and say trends to, so impressions to, let me see here. What do I like to look at as far as high to low? So impressions, let's get rid of this for a second. So impressions, so my impressions are going up over time, okay? Tuesday, October 1st, I had almost 16,000 people that were shown my face, okay? And then on top of that, I'm going to add clicks. Again, I'm getting from clicks are basically from the video either to a website or to the YouTube channel. So here's my trend of clicks over time. And you can see that's on a slow incline right there, getting anywhere between 3 and 25 clicks a day. I want that number to go up. And then conversions is the number I really like. So my number of conversions, again, is going up. And these don't always match what I was showing you over there on YouTube. So for example, this one says 16 while YouTube says 24. I may be getting other subscribers on YouTube from other marketing channels I'm working on, okay? But my point is it looks to me like as a general sense, my subscribers are going up every single day as a result of this marketing campaign right here. And then conversion rate, is that one going up also? Because that one's really important to me, yeah. Conversion rate is a number I would really like to get up also. And this is just a summary of all the conversion rates you saw over in the ads right there, okay? So 11% conversion rate right there, 12%, 11%. That's the number I really want to get up right there. I mean, yes, I want views and subscribers up, but conversion rate basically is a measure of how good your content is and how long people want to watch it and how much they want more of that, okay? So there you go. As the dad would say inside my big fat Greek wedding, put some Windex on it, and there you go. Okay, so if you have any questions about this, of course you can text the number that's floating around on the screen, 405-217-4752. You can DM me on Facebook. You can email me. I'm very easy to get a hold of. Or if you're going to this event in Dallas, grab me for a coffee or for a breakfast in Dallas, and I will walk through of how we can do this for your business. So really quickly, I'm eating my own dog food on this, okay? This is something we do for businesses. We manage their paid ads, and then we manage where these ads go, okay? So this is that very, very top of funnel right there. The very early part, the very early stages of getting attention for your business, which builds trust, and then you're part of that whole John Jantz life cycle of know, like, trust, buy, no, like, trust, try, buy, repeat, refer. That is the life cycle of ways of getting traffic and trust inside your business. Okay. Again, if you have any questions on this, please feel free to DM me. And of course, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say subscribe on YouTube and make sure you click the notification thing at the bottom and the little bell, or the bell, get notified, and the little bell at the bottom on YouTube. Hopefully this has been useful. And as always, we go live 3 days a week right now, 9 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I would love to have you on, and just throw me a topic and we'll talk about it. I will now work on Friday's show for you. Have a great Wednesday, October 2nd. It's now 9:49. Almost got to the full hour. Hopefully you have a great day. And if you need more leads, reach out to Stop Doing Nothing Media and we will take care of it for you. Okay? Have a great day.